Hey everybody, it's Beyond. So, if you saw, I was having issues streaming, and some of the videos were screwed up, so I kind of deleted a bunch of the ones that I just did. A bunch of the ones that I just did, I mean, pretty much in the past 30 minutes. I don't know why it was being funky, but it should be fixed now. And hopefully it can move forward and just make sure things are still fine. But this is me pretty much. I'm going to be playing, what is it? Universe Sandbox 2. This is a game that I just recently gotten. It's been one of the best games I've played in a very long time. I've heard Scott Manley play it. If you guys know about him at all, he's a big KSP player. Streams a lot of stuff and puts a lot of good videos out, and it's also good learning situations that are pretty nice. But pretty much it's just a big gravity sandbox game that's based off scale planets and such. You can pretty much do anything on this. One of the biggest selling points is the fact that once I saw the moon crash into the Earth, that was the deciding factor that this game is awesome and I need to buy it. So that's exactly what I did. I bought it the other day, and it's been awesome. So it's been a pretty fun time to play. So yeah, I'm having a ton of fun with it, and that's kind of just been the idea of what I've been doing for the past couple days, I guess. I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing it yet, but one of the first things that I did when I got this game was pretty much go to the open existing simulation, and they've got a bunch that already exist, and one of them is pretty much just Earth and Moon, simplistic, right? You can click the moon, and it will show an information box on the right, and then you just click it, and you can pretty much do anything you want with it. So you can see how old it is, the surface temperature of it. So I mean, it's got no atmosphere, so it's pretty much yeah. It is the temperature of space, which is 2.7, which is supposed to be the leftovers from when the Big Bang happened in the first place. So, great thing is you can control the motion, all that type of stuff. So currently it's rotating or orbiting around the Earth, and we're going to set that to 0. Because now it's going to be on a collision course, so you can see that line and showing the projection of where it is going. So the Earth right now in this simulation is pretty much just staying stagnant. There's really no other orbital bodies, so there's no sun or anything. It's pretending like there's the sun, which is somewhere over there, because it's still showing a light projection, but you don't really see anything else beyond that. So you can control the time. So right now it's just pretty much doing an hour a minute, or hour a second, and we'll increase that real quick just so we can start getting closer to this collision. So as you can see, the moon's getting closer because we're moving at 17 hours a second, and we're going to slow down because we're going to want to watch this collision. And it's just straight destruction, just absolutely wreaks havoc on the Earth. You can see that the temperature of the Earth has drastically increased to 6,600 Celsius. The Earth is pretty much dying. The atmosphere has disappeared. The moon hit really hard, so now the temperature is extremely high, so there's absolutely no way you could habit that. And as you can see, the temperature is increasing so much that's pretty much just becoming a hot ball of magma. Or lava, I mean, I guess, on the top. But, it's all dependent on if it touches the atmosphere or not. So, one of the videos I was streaming earlier was like it hit at a slower speed, so it wasn't as nearly destructive. I was able to at least kind of recover, but I mean, I guess this game's not the most accurate, mostly because, you can't really be too accurate with it. And there's some limitations that you have when it comes to this type of stuff. So, I'm just making sure that my stuff is still working because it was being all shitty earlier today. But as you can see, I feel like if the moon actually did collide with Earth, it would knock a large chunk of Earth off, or like break it into pieces. I don't know. That's how I feel. But I mean, I'll still take that, because what the hell other game can you have where you can collide two planets together, or two bodies together? So if we go back to the Earth simulation with the moon, let's say you can add a body. So you can pretty much add all these different types of bodies, common stars, planets, to simple, stupid objects, being bowling balls and baseballs, and you can see like the destruction that they would cost depending on how fast they go. So you have something that's literally 12 centimeters. Why is it saying 11.9 centimeters? Why does that feel like it's smaller than it actually is for a basketball? Maybe that is right. Yeah, I guess it is. Anywho, so you have this. So you have this basketball, and then you have, radius. God, I'm a fucking idiot. I was thinking diameter. That makes way more sense. 24 centimeters. All right, so, but you have this 600-gram object that's 24 centimeters in diameter, and you shoot it. We can launch it at different velocities, so you can move it at, I think the default is typically 10 kilometers a second, but I was changing speed just to see how it would change. So let's see. Let's move time down and slow it down. And yeah, there's a war that's going on in Syria right now. And as most people should know, and if you don't know, then you need to educate yourself because there's some pretty bad shit that's happening there. And I'm pretty sure pretty much the Assad regime is leading right there, and let's just fire basketball. Well, I'm pretty sure I just fucking missed because I'm moving significantly slower than it should be. You can't really see it because it's just too small in retrospect. Oh, there you go. So let's edit it real quick. Oh, well, there's nothing I can do. But as you can see, that one basketball pretty much just destroyed, what was that, Egypt? Yeah, it's Egypt. So just a part of it, and also a big part of the Eastern Med, so pretty much a lot of ships that are chilling off there that are probably coalition fighting Syria. But yeah, it's just one of those great cool fucking games that you can just pretty much launch large celestial bodies at something. So let's take Mimes, which is significantly smaller, and let's zoom back and let's make the speed, and let's set it to, God, what do we want? Just yeah, so as you can see, you can do light speed too. So kilometers an hour, that's funny. So let's set it to 20 kilometers a second. And let's launch it. So let's set it to 1 meter a second. We've got unclick add, and we'll zoom into Mimas. I don't know how you fucking pronounce that. And we're just going to watch it as it absolutely decimates the African continent. So you can pause it, and you can make adjustments. So let's say, so we can see where it's, I think you can see where it's, I don't know, I'm still fucking with this. So you can see where it's going right now. Pretty much it's going into northern Africa, which looks like it's going directly into Libya. And let's adjust it. For some reason, why isn't it? Maybe we gotta hold shift? I don't know. Alright. Oh, okay. Okay, so it is shift is up and down. So let's set it to collide with... Oh, well, right now it's not gonna do anything. Alright. What is it doing? Let's just adjust it, and let's hit it central, pretty much just straight Central Africa. And let's see what happens. I'm sure this object is moving, how fast is it moving right now? It's moving at pretty much 20.3 kilometers a second. I mean, it increased speed since I launched it at 20 because, you know, gravity of the Earth. And let's see what happens. So let's set it to, I guess, so it's right now it's 60 seconds a second, so a minute a second. So we'll set it to 30 seconds. So every second, 30 seconds are passing. So you can see how fast it's moving. Let's actually move it. Let's move it to real time. So right now it's moving at 1 second. It's moving real time towards Earth, and you can even see that it's still moving pretty rapid. So it's increased the speed just a little bit more. So now we're pretty much moving at 10 seconds a second. You can see the atmosphere, which is pretty cool on it. And let's dial it back. and just watch as it collides. So typically, if you hit something hard enough or fast enough, depending on how big the object is, it'll blow the atmosphere away of the planet that it collides with, or whatever celestial body you're colliding with. And depending, I don't know if this is going to do too much damage. I mean, I'm sure it's going to fucking decimate the shit out of Africa and maybe the Middle East. But like the moon will absolutely devastate, as you saw in the other one, just pretty much absolutely ruined everything. Okay, so I think this is going to cause, and I'm pretty sure the shockwave is going to go around the entire planet, but at least I think it would. But so this is right now, we're just moving at 3 seconds a second. So you can see how fast that shockwave is pretty much just going around and absolutely fucking things up. So let's look at the basics of Earth. So you can kind of just do simple rotation up in the top right hand corner, which is awesome and convenient. So surface temperature of the Earth has increased significantly, so now we're at 600 Celsius. So for people who, well, we don't have Fahrenheit, but whatever. So 870 Kelvin, and it looks like it's still increasing because there's still more fragments that are colliding. And now it looks like it's going through Algeria, Libya, and now it's touching Italy and Spain. Portugal's pretty much gone, and there goes, pretty much Crete is gone, and it's going to keep going. So, I mean, there are, of course, some degrees of illegitimacy, like the fact that this is still yellow as in desert, and this is still green as in grass and terrain and stuff. Like, that would not be there. That would be a fucking crater. I mean, of course, there's the craters that are right here, but I mean, like, that heat and shockwave and, like, the temperature right now would not be... This shit would not be okay at all. So, that's kind of funny how some of that still looks. But, yeah. It's this game, definitely recommend it. If you like those type of things, and you have these fragments that are pretty much all going around, and you just pretty much watch as everything just falls apart. It's pretty great. I mean, I guess it's morbid. I mean, I like the idea of pretty much everything falling to pieces. But yeah. So that one planet, or one body hitting this, so you can see that, like, a lot of the water's pretty much evaporated. The atmosphere, I think the atmosphere might be gone. So you can look at the climate, and it shows you the atmospheric mass, and right now it has, I don't think it has an atmosphere. Usually it tells you what the atmosphere pressure, oh, okay. So you can do it just by atmosphere. So currently the atmosphere is 0.722. So if I set that back to 1, I think things will start coming back. Actually, I think really it's a matter of temperature. So let's set it back to the original temperature, which was approximately 15 Celsius. So you can see things are starting to become green again because the temperature's back. That pretty much is going to stay there. And now that you have the water starting to come back because the atmospheres should be pretty much there. Yeah, so the atmosphere is 0.997. Now it's filling back up with water. Now you do lose some elements as pretty much as you fucking destroy everything. So sometimes you do have to add stuff where you can control the materials, you can control how much gas there is, the solid, how much water, the silica and iron there are, and then you can add things. Where is it? So I think there's an option for you to add. It says minor galaxies, rings. No, where is it? I don't know. A lot of this stuff is still new. There's an option for you to add. I literally just found it. I don't know where it is. But you can add, like, stupid organic stuff. Make things, so if you take a planet and you terraform it to actually get to be something that is still, something that could be considered habitable, or habitable, I guess, you can actually add organic material to it so it can grow, which is pretty fucking cool. I don't know. Anywho, fuck it, let's just shoot a random fucking asteroid at this bitch. Oh, well, I don't know what the hell happened. I guess it's really small and it's pretty much just going around and screwing Africa again. God, everything likes to fuck Africa. Alright. Yeah, you can just literally just absolutely demolish stuff. It's pretty fucking great. So, at any point you can pretty much restart the simulations or go to a different simulation. One of the cool things is one of the first ones you can do is simulator, simulator, solar system, and you can just screw around that. So one of the fun things to do is, so if you set it to, let's set it to real time. So we set it to 1 second. So 1 second for 1 second. So we're making it real time. So we're gonna zoom in on Earth. So this is Earth, modern day, right now. Well, I guess for when the game was made in 2014. But one of the options you can do is power and select the sun and make it explode. Well, I guess you got it. So now it's supernova. So now it is real-time exploding, and as you can see, like, it's starting to expand. For some reason I thought it was a lot faster, maybe because I was running in faster simulations, but this is real-time what a supernova would take. I mean, I know from previous, or just from fucking science classes, I guess, I mean, it would take eight minutes for you even to see that the supernova occurred, just because of it takes 8 seconds for light to come from the sun to Earth. Same thing with warmth and such for photons. So let's increase it to maybe do 0.25. So 15 seconds every second. So now you can see it's expanding a lot faster now. So the explosion is just getting massive. So let's see if there's any temperature shift yet. I don't think the temperature shift will happen until pretty much once it touches it, which won't be probably for another couple minutes. Well, a couple minutes in game. But it's cooking it up a little bit. Once we start seeing the temperature start getting higher, that's when we know it's there. But you're gonna start seeing some of mercury. You're probably just gonna see just burn up in the distance and then start flying in this direction, just because the force from our sun exploding is pretty significant. That's pretty cool. This is the first time actually doing it in slow motion, so let's see what happens. Alright, I think that was mercury. Maybe not yet. No? Okay, so the temperature's just now starting to increase significantly for mercury. Wow, it looks like there's a piece coming straight for us, which is pretty cool. So, we're still at 14.8 Celsius. Okay, now the supernova is getting drastically larger. Let's set it to 0.5. Alright, it's almost there. It's coming. It's just a matter of time at this point. There's mercury. Pretty much just became a hot fucking ball of gas, because it just gets pretty much straight evaporated. God, wow, I'm surprised temperature is not increased yet. Sometimes I can't tell if things have started happening just because sometimes it shows the tidal effects aren't the best. I mean, that's not exactly what the game's meant for, but, you know, it's still pretty cool. Yeah. I'm surprised nothing has happened yet. What the fuck? Has it even been forced off its path? No, it doesn't look like it. It still looks like it's orbiting. Oh, not really, because there's no mass for... Well, there still should be mass. I guess it could be just energy now. Alright. Because it's not orbiting in anything. Just speed it up a little bit. God, when the hell is something going to happen? I swear by this time something would have happened by now. Especially since the power of the fucking sun just exploded. There we go. So now the atmosphere is pretty much just evaporating away. Atmosphere's gone. The water's evaporating now. And now it's just fucking cooking. And just becoming a hot ball of shit. And then eventually I think it's pretty much just gonna fucking turn to ash. So speeding it up. So let's set it to hours. Let's set it to 5 hours a second. And there it goes. It is now just pretty much a fucking ball of gas that is pretty much just gonna disappear at some point. And same thing with everything else. Everything else is pretty much just turned into a hot fucking mess. Everything is becoming everything is like becoming its own little star, which is pretty fucking cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty much been me for the past little while. I was just playing this fucking game. But, yeah, take a look at some of my other stuff. I'm kind of just, I feel like I was just pretty much trying to sell this game. I don't know. It's a great game if you just want to if you just want to fuck around and blow stuff up. So I definitely recommend it if you like that type of shit. But, yeah, I might play Minecraft next. Or I might just continue playing this. We'll see what happens. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'm going to be trying to make a bunch of other videos. If you want to see if you go to my most viewed video, which I think just hit over 100 views, which, I mean, woo, big deal. But it's a big deal for me, I guess. We'll take a look. I'm still trying to get ideas. I haven't really gotten anything yet for me to make dumb videos on, and I'm still looking for, hoping for that type of stuff. So please provide inputs, and thanks for watching again.